it's always relayed as being the story that explains the classes of the Vikings. There's the thrall and the carl and the jarl, or the slave, though more likely it would be viewed as like the serf, and the free man and the aristocratic class. And generally it's written off that way. But the Asatru Folk Assembly looks at this very differently, because there are key components that make it worth. I mean, you can't actually, that's not even worth, you can't look away from these tiny little flags telling you there's something more going on here. And once you consider it being a believer in the gods and knowing that the gods are here and they are real, the value of the story suddenly becomes reinvigorated. And again, the keywords and flags that you will see kind of popping up are very, very important. This goes beyond the classes of the Viking or Northman, I should say, social structure. And sorry, by the way, I use Vikings sometimes just because it's a default that people can immediately key in on. But yeah, of the Northmen, it goes beyond that. And I think it goes even beyond the composing of the poem. I think the poem most likely was composed in Denmark, but I do believe the story has application towards all kings or chieftains of our people. And I think ultimately, I would argue that this story goes all the way back with us, that this story comes all the way to our origins as folk. And there is that interplay there between the White House, Lord Heimdall, and the folk, and wherever they are, it's not truly mentioned other than, by the sea and in certain living conditions. I am a firm believer that this connection and the reasoning behind why Heimdallr has chosen us, that reasoning and his name, or the title that he has chosen to be known by, have significance. The home dale and the home light. And we'll divulge more into that later, but there is much more than what you might just simply read in a header or on volasbau.org or on a Wikipedia page. And so far as I know, no one outside of the Asatru Folk Assembly has really presented this. And I think it's a key component of our church. And it is, one of the most pivotal poems outside of the Volasbau and the Gylfaginning Grimnismal. If there was 4 poems, say everyone should focus on, it would be those: the Gylfaginning, the Volasbau, Grimnismal, and Rígsþula.